Skyrim's Anniversary Edition marked 10 years since Skyrim was released, and modders are still making the game better every day. So here are 10 more great mods for Skyrim on PlayStation. Before we look at the first mod, I should tell you that it's recommended to start a new game when using mods with the Anniversary Edition, and as general advice for modding Skyrim, you should always read the mod's description before downloading in case there are any possible issues with the Anniversary Edition or load order recommendations. First up, we have NPC perks, spells, enchanted gear and followers by Christobot. This mod gives perks, spells and gear to 200 plus NPCs. The original mod also included updates to some NPCs' appearance, but unfortunately that causes the grey face bug on PlayStation, hence why this version of the mod was created. With this mod you will get better gear, included enchanted items and staffs for followers, combat and spell perks for followers, better spells for followers, followers level up indefinitely, more NPCs can be used as followers, and most NPCs have enchanted gear that they can share with you. All of this means that housecarls, hirelings, college NPCs, companions, etc. are all truly useful at high levels. Some examples include, you can now recruit Camilla Valerius as a follower, Jenassa now has full Dark Brotherhood armor and health drain enchanted swords, and Serana has a summon gargoyle spell, more destruction spells and enchanted equipment to share with you. This is a great mod that drastically improves the variety of followers and makes them more useful at higher levels. Next up is Julihah's Dungeon Pack 1 Imperial Texture Overhaul. This mod overhauls the textures of Imperial architecture, including dungeon interiors, towers and walls, Imperial candles, chandeliers, etc. It brings more colour and life to the walls and floors with lots of moss and just makes everything look a bit neater. I'll just let the comparisons show you the difference. Mod number 3 is Julihah's Texture Pack 2 Unique Farmhouses. This mod changes the exterior look of inhabited farms / village houses and stone borders. It adds more variety to different types of buildings. Some of the houses have their roofs covered with clay to keep out water, and houses in colder regions are more often built of stone. Again, I'll let the comparisons show you the difference. The last of Julihah's mods on this list is Dungeon Pack 2 Cave Texture Overhaul. This mod overhauls the textures of the Green Cave dungeon type and gives it a new look. It adds more contrasting colours with different shades and textures of rocks in the caves and makes the caves look cleaner and neater. Fully Swapped Armors by Cyan49 takes all of the alternate armor creations and implements them seamlessly into your Skyrim. Of course, if you want to use this mod, you will need to have bought all of the alternate armor creations or own the Anniversary Edition of Skyrim, which of course includes all of the creations. All of the original armors that have an alternate armor equivalent have been completely replaced. The armor's stats may have changed, but they have not been renamed. The armors replaced by this mod are Iron, Leather, Steel, Orcish, Elven, Steelplate, Dwarven, Ebony, Stalrim, Daedric, Dragonscale and Dragonplate. Blind Justice Tunic by Imperial Agent 1992 adds a new armor set inspired by Lady Justice from ancient Rome mythology. It's essentially a white retexture of Nocturnal's clothes, Chef's tunic, and blindfold. If you're going for some kind of a restoration focused priestess, or something similar, this armor could be a great choice. I definitely didn't pick this mod just for the thumbnail.
You have my attention.
Forbidden Sanctuary by @SkySSS4yup, username aside, is a highly acclaimed mod for the original Skyrim that has been remastered for the Anniversary Edition. This mod is a dungeon-styled player house located on the way to High Hrothgar. It is compatible with both the Special Edition and Anniversary Editions of Skyrim. It's a huge player home / quest mod that is beautifully designed, making fantastic use of lighting to create incredible atmospheres and includes some huge open spaces just begging to be explored. It would also function well for a hoarder with a massive armory stuffed full of display cases and armor mannequins, so you can put all of your unique armor sets on display. The mod's description tells us the lore of the mod is such that the main character, the Dragonborn of course, will reach incredible powers in the future, and after eons witnessing the end of the cycle, he will send his sanctuary back in time with the help of Dragonbreak, all the way back to the beginning of his journey as a hero, with some untold purpose. I had so much fun exploring the house, reading the notes and trying to find the hidden artifacts that give you insanely powerful spells and powers. They are definitely too powerful, making the Dragonborn as powerful as they are described in Elder Scrolls lore, so if you value balance in your gameplay, I would avoid them, but if you want to have some fun feeling like an overpowered badass, it's worth at least giving them a go, just for a bit of fun. Helgen Rebuilt by Daedric Lords of Kai does exactly what you would expect. It restores Helgen to its full glory like it was before Alduin attacks it in the opening quest of the game. It doesn't just add buildings though, it also adds NPCs to populate the town, some followers, Imperial soldiers, some crafting stations, furniture, trees, bushes, flowers, and more. It should be noted that you should not install this mod until you have escaped Helgen if you are planning on starting a new game with the vanilla start using this mod. YMD2 Combat Overhaul by Cyan49 is an incredible overhaul of Skyrim's combat that brings a variety of systems and improves the combat experience created specifically for PlayStation. The new features include Always Sweep Attack, which gives you the sweep skill that allows power attacks to hit all enemies in front of you. If you already have the sweep perk, sideways power attacks with a two-handed weapon will now deal 25% bonus damage. Alternative Stagger makes players react to power attacks and other factors by being staggered. Weapon Parry makes it so that when you and your enemy strike at the same time, your weapons will recoil off of each other, doing a small amount of damage and cancelling the attack rather than both of you landing a full hit. Parry Bash means if your bash attack hits with the optimal timing during your enemy's power attack, it will significantly stagger the enemy. If the enemy's current health percentage is low, Parry Bash will do more stamina damage. Instant Finishing Move adds a feature where if the target stamina is 0 and the health percentage is 50% or less, you can trigger a finishing move when the attack hits. Timed Block means that attack damage received in less than 0.5 seconds from the moment you start blocking is greatly reduced, ignoring staggering and pushing away attackers. Attack Cancel makes it so that you can cancel attack midway through by holding square. There are more details of what each of these new systems do in the mod's description, including attack damage multipliers, new damage scaling, and changes to the augmented elements perks. This is a wonderful mod that really does make melee combat more engaging in Skyrim. Immersive Realism, Archery by Danny Q 1988 is an overhaul mod that changes various aspects of archery to be more realistic. Arcane Archer Pack, Bow of Shadows, and Saints of Seducer's creations are required if you are not using the Anniversary Edition. This mod's features include removed sidestep, turned off auto aim, use stamina now when drawing a bow, a bleed effect has been added to the overdraw perk, which does varying amounts of damage depending on what level of the perk you have over 3 seconds. Arrows and bolts fly 50% faster and are affected by realistic gravity. You can now use bundles of feathers for arrow crafting, and you can now craft 25 arrows at a time and 20 bolts. A bundle of feathers is craftable at a tanning rack with feathers from hawks, terns, bonehawks and hagravens, and those creatures will also drop bundles of feathers along with their usual loot. To craft a bow, you now need to craft a bowstring first, which you can do at a tanning rack with tundra cotton and honeycomb. Bundles of feathers and bowstrings can also be bought from merchants. NPCs will now have to use ammo for archery. Followers will now equip bows that you give to them. Critical hits can pin limbs, and it's added a recipe for ancient Nord arrows and Nord hero arrows under the steel category at a blacksmith forge. And that's all of the mods. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave it a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next one. Until then, stay safe.